Hey y'all, welcome back to Cooking with Siobhan. I'm Siobhan Muir, and today we're gonna make Idaho sunrise baked eggs and ham in potato bowls, okay? Idaho sunrise. So I got this years ago from thevillagecook.com. That's where you can find it. Look up Idaho sunrise. And you should be able to find it, but we're gonna modify it a little bit. The great thing is everything here means it's gluten-free. It is not dairy-free, but it is gluten-free. And it's if you have the patience, you can totally make this any day of the week. But the only trick is you have to bake a potato. And we all know that it's very difficult to get potatoes to bake well. People struggle with this all the time. I did for years until I learned on a sweet potato and figured out how to bake potatoes. So what I suggest, however many potatoes you are going to use, whether it's just for yourself or it's for your family or whatever, pick the number of baked potatoes, and I would suggest getting Russets, really the bigger potatoes, like if you're going to do a regular baked potato, and brush it, clean it, stab it with a fork all over both sides, and then smear oil all over it. I used olive oil. And then bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I did 410 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes aside. Okay? It's going to take an hour, but if you start early and go off and do other things, let it bake 30 minutes, flip it over 30 minutes, that sort of thing. And then you will get a literal baked potato that you can actually eat. So I would do that first. That's what you have to do first before you do any of the other things you're going to need for Idaho sunrise. Bake the darn potatoes because they're what take forever. Then, once you've done that, then you need a tablespoon of butter per potato, 2 eggs per potato, 2 strips of bacon, cooked or crumbled or chopped up ham, 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese of your choice. You could use Gouda, you could use cheddar, you could use Manchego, you could use, I think this is Colby Jack and mozzarella. The point is,
Colby Jack and Jack.
Whatever, shredded cheese, throw it in there, 2 tablespoons per potato. And then they said parsley and salt and pepper. We have parsley and there's pepper. But I'm also adding green onions because I like a little bit of onion crunch. And then I'm using Penzeys Justice, which at this time of year, with what we're going through in the United States, seems like an excellent spice to use. And the nice thing about Justice is it has shallots, garlic, onion, green peppers, chives, and a little bit of green onion dried and ground up into a
powder,
into a sprinkle that you can add. And I highly recommend it because it'll give your potato, it'll give it flavor rather than just be, well, there's a baked potato and we added stuff to it. You can at the end use sour cream, but for this it's kind of a breakfast thing, so it's not necessarily like the baked potato and chives and sour cream and chives. It's not that, it's a little more breakfasty. So what do you do first? Well, first thing you're going to need to do is dig a hole in your potatoes. I know that seems like a strange thing to say, but there's a little bit of butter on here. But I would cut through your potato in kind of an oblong way, right? And then using a spoon and a bowl, kind of dig out some of your potato, because you're going to use this thing kind of as a bowl for the other things that you're going to put in it. Okay. Now you can either save this bit of the potato, or you can toss it as you see fit, or use it for other things. But right now you're trying to make kind of a container that you're going to put all the other stuff in. Ta-da! But then into that, hollow it out as thin or as thickly as you like. Now you have your potato bowls. Into each potato, I suppose I can do like 2 at a time. into each potato, we do about a half a tablespoon of butter. I would cut your butter, since it's going to be cold anyway, up into little bits. That way it spreads out pretty well. And, you know, you can put it wherever. And then gently break each egg into each bowl. Careful not to break the yolk. The idea is to leave the yolk, that it's, you know, sunrise. So you want to break this thing like that. Once you've done that, set your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius, because we're going to cook this for about 25 minutes. All right. Top with the ham, cheese, parsley. So what I would do actually is I would kind of put some ham, and you could put as much or as little ham as you like. We can do the cheese, put this right here. Ta-da. And again, season with however much cheese you would like. There's not gonna be someone saying, I'm sorry, only a little bit of cheese. It says, originally it says like 2 tablespoons per potato or a tablespoon per potato of cheese. Whatever you would like. We're going to add some green onions. Okay, some green onion, some cheese. And then onto this, we're going to do a little bit of justice. So you get some extra flavor. Don't go too overboard on the spices, otherwise you might go, okay, so all I can taste is that. A little parsley. I don't like much parsley, but put on as much as you like. And then pepper. Okay, that's really it. Really simple. Now, if you want to, if it's not enough butter for you, you can always add a little bit of butter because there's plenty here. Then it says bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes or until the egg whites are set. And then you serve immediately. I'd let it cool because I don't really like burning my tongue, but it's, ta-da, you're basically making your own breakfast. The only thing is you've got to bake those potatoes long before you start this process. So what we'll do is when this is ready, we'll throw it in for like 25 minutes so that we can definitely cook the egg. The potato's already cooked. We're good to go with that. But this will be how to cook the egg. And then once that's done, breakfast will be ready. It's really simple once the potato's baked. Then you have to take the time to put the stuff in and you're good to go. There it is. All right. Throw that in there. Bake the potato for 25 minutes and we'll see. I'm going to use a small spoon because I want to know if it's...
Is it ready yet?
I think so. Now, what you're seeing is probably the butter. That's the liquid in here. But it looks like the whites are pretty cooked. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, it could go a little longer. What do you think? A little bit longer?
Depends on how well cooked you want your egg to be.
Yeah. Here's the trick. You're either cooking the whites or you're solidifying the yolk. I think we should leave it.
Okay.
I think we should leave it. Ooh, Ta-da! Oh, and the egg is perfect because you have a little bit of yolk, but you have a little bit of ooze. And then you can see your whites here, and this is all the, so like I said, the wet stuff is probably the butter, you know, cooking throughout. Ta-da! Idaho Sunrise breakfast potato is basically what it is.
The breakfast baked potato.
The breakfast baked potato that you have to do an hour and a half before you want to eat. And it's not because of the prep that goes in, it's because you have to bake the potato. And the potatoes...
Which I suppose is prep.
It is, but it's just like, please bake, please. But yes! So, there you go. And then you just serve as hot or let it cool as much as you'd like. You can do what other people do with baked potatoes and then chunker everything up and, you know, eat it as a mash. You could do that too. They do. They sour cream and chives and all the bacon and cheese, and they just...
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you can do that. Thank you so much for joining us. Definitely ring the bell to find out when there's new videos. Subscribe to the channel. Like the videos you see, like any other video. Comment on it. What did you do different? How did you flavor your potato? Or did you do 2 eggs? I think I would recommend just doing 1, because I think if you do 2 eggs, it would take too long to cook both of them in that potato. So I would stick with just 1 egg per potato, but
Let us know anyway.
yeah. Did you try 2 potatoes? Did you try 2 eggs and it actually worked really well? And definitely sign up for Patreon, because you will get more than just these cooking videos. The cooking videos you can find, you know, on YouTube or on Patreon. But if you sign up for Patreon, not only do you get cover reveals and excerpts that you wouldn't find, and a story that I'm gonna get back to writing it, I promise. So definitely new chapters of an exclusive story, and I was trying to think of what else I was gonna do. I was gonna do something else, but haven't remembered what that is. So the point is, though, you can get a whole bunch of extras that you won't find anywhere else. And there's different tiers for different interests. So, thank you so much for joining us. Happy making, happy baking, happy eating, and happy reading. Bye!